Well, hello. It must be 11:30 Eastern Time because we are live again and it is day 7 of the challenge. This is it. This is the final day of the Confident and Bold challenge, but it's just the beginning of your journey. The step of reclaiming your own confidence, becoming bold again, allows you to truly embrace your bigger vision and start moving forward. If you are like most human beings and you had parents, there may be still some things in your way, some limiting beliefs, some stuck emotions, some rules that are holding you back, that are not serving you. And I want to remind you that I thoroughly encourage you to reach out and book a deep strategy coaching session complimentary with me, and we'll look at your strategy, your success plan, and figure out how to maximize your momentum on that plan together so that you are powering forward in bold action, feeling fantastic, experiencing joy and impact and profit in your business. I look forward to that. Just book it right in my calendar. Let me know that you've found me through here and what prompted you to start the challenge and to continue it. Your homework will be arriving shortly in your mailbox as well, so make sure that you grab that and do this final step. We're going to actually be doing a little bit of visualization, a very waking hypnosis today as we go to the next level. So on the quantum level, we take that identity work that we started yesterday and we just step it up a little bit more into possibility. At the quantum level, we recognize that the future is an array of possibilities, little particles that are still floating around, and that it is our choices that lock in our reality. Nothing is locked in yet. The past is imaginary. The future is a multitude of possibilities that you may not even see yet. They are certainly not determined by the past. For these particles of possibility to become our future, we make choices, we decide on our focus, and we literally speak our reality into being. So today, we're going to go to that quantum realm, step out of assumptions and into the future, your future, and allow the future to ripple backwards into today. As you prepare to do the uncommon, break out of status quo and think beyond what common sense would allow. Entrepreneurs do not hang around much in that common sense status quo realm. When we do, it bogs us down, it makes us feel stuck, and it robs us of our value, which is our creation mode. Status quo is a funny thing. When we see that something is happening a certain way, there's a part of our brain that decides, oh, well, that's the natural order. That's the way it's supposed to be. Going out into the future is a way of shaking off the earth, shaking off reality, and choosing to go into pure creation mode. In Think and Grow Rich, if you have read that book, fabulous. Whether it worked or did not work or kind of worked for you, there are reasons and there are things that need to be in place for it to work and be very powerful for you. You set a goal and you commit to it and you visualize it in the future as if it has already happened now. And let that reality, that future reality, inform the way that you behave, the way you show up, and who you are being today. Being that future self, that future identity, is how you magically, exponentially create the future faster. And action is what makes the difference, not what tactics or strategy, not your skills, not even your strengths. Action activates everything. So as we step out into the future, we do this because, and let me just add this to the stream for a moment, we remember that our results come from our beliefs. And so if we want new results, we need new beliefs. What we're going to do today is take a journey into the future you, 3 years from today, who has already achieved the results that you just desire right now. because that person doesn't have any of your false limits anymore. That person already knows that you have achieved. So instead of trying to suspend disbelief and imagine that you can achieve it, we're going to go talk to the future today. That future self who knows that you have achieved the new results, that has already stood in success, and gather the beliefs and the thoughts from that version of you. So let's take that journey where you decided today, May 25th, 2021, yes, this, I'm doing it, I'm going, I'm moving. And now it's May 25th, 2024. 3 years after decisively, concretely committing to the journey to your bold vision. Want to come with me? Discover who you are becoming, who you will be in 3 years. So just to walk you through it before we really get started, here's what it might sound like. So just imagine that it is 3 years from now and you call me up to let me know. And that phone call, that Zoom call, that holographic connection, whatever that is, you call me and you say, hey, Cher, life is awesome. And I just have to share with you what I decided, what I committed to during that confident and bold challenge you ran way back in 2021. Hey, did you ever rename it, by the way? What 7-day challenge takes 9 days? That's like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a trilogy of 5 books. Anywho, back to that call. That challenge hit me at just the right time. I was ready. You know what I mean? I was done with doubt and incremental change, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And I just said to myself, enough is enough. And there was the challenge, confident and bold, so that I could really take action. I committed to that for myself. I did the work. Okay, I admitted I caught up on the Monday when I realized how powerful this was going to be for me. And then on the Tuesday, it's like I warped time or something. My success became a part of my reality. It became tangible and doable, even logical. So much for that old wishbone, I turned it into a backbone. For the first time, I chose to see my success and decide to just create it. That paradigm shift that I had back then, you know what it is for you. That paradigm shift hit me like a ton of bricks. It's just a commitment, a decision followed by consistent action. No gurus, no sneaky tactics, no insider secrets. And since then, Cher, it's like you said, the universe conspired to make everything come together for me. Even the challenges and the hurdles just made me make my offers more valuable, add clarity and value. Hey, even failure became neutral data. Let me share what my life is like now, how my vision has changed my lifestyle, how it showed up in my world. That call, that's the one I'm looking forward to. So we're going to imagine that call today. Are you ready? And you may want to close your eyes or just relax your gaze. And just imagine that you can leave your body right here, leave your timeline, and actually step out of time. Your unconscious mind can float out into the future to that time 3 years from right now. Close your eyes and imagine that you can float up in the air, right up in the air, floating weightless, out of space, out of time, wafting maybe on a cloud, looking down and seeing you way down there and your timeline stretching out into the future, way out into the future and into the past, and just floating all the way out into the future to 3 years from today, to a time when you know you have succeeded. You have achieved that vision of success. Just float all the way out to that moment when you know You know with a certainty, I've done it. Awesome. Yes. All the way out. Do you see you there? Float right down into that time. And just before you step into yourself, that future self, take a moment and look around you. Where are you? What is your life like at this level of success? What is your business like? How have you achieved that real success, that real freedom? What does that look like, sound like? And now step into that future self. Notice how you're standing, your poise, your posture, that stance. How's that different? Become aware of the details in your memory of that identity, of that future self. Remembering and noticing all the things that are true now, the lifestyle, the beliefs, the people you choose to surround yourself with, that team of people that empower, encourage, challenge you to live your best self. Notice how you think, how you decide, that bias toward action and that ultimate confidence. And now you just pick up the phone and call me. And you get me on the line and say, holy moly, Cher, I had to call you and tell you everything that has happened because of this journey that I decided to take. Remember way back, I was part of that challenge back in May of 2021. So much has happened. The biggest shift happened when I realized. Just let that bubble up. What is that realization that your unconscious mind has for you? Just let it bubble up. Good. And then I decided and I committed to this course of action. What's that commitment that future self made? That challenge sparked in you. Got it? Excellent. And then just continue and tell me, how have you learned and grown in the 3 years since then? Just allow yourself to remember. Remember the next 3 years, the challenges, the surprises, the good and the bad that you went through, the hurdles, looking back to today. And notice your timeline. How much more detail is there that you can see all the little events? In fact, you can just float up so that you can see from this point in the future all the way back to now, events, the achievements, the disappointments, and you still stood again and kept going. The surprises, the choices, the decisions, all the details and landmarks and goals that led to today. Let yourself just absorb all that wisdom, all that knowing, all the advice and perspective that the future self has for you right now. And take all the time you need to notice those changes and allow your unconscious mind to make those changes and connections that are needed to achieve that vision so that you have them with a certainty. And then bringing back all of that wisdom, all of that advice from your future self, bring it all back to today, all the way back to now. Float over that timeline with all that information, all the way back to now, back into yourself in 2021, back into your body with all that knowledge. Good. And come back into the room and open your eyes and notice all the things that you were able to see when you left the uncertainty of today behind and stepped into certainty, with that certainty knowing that you did not fail, that you had succeeded? What did you learn? What advice was there for you so that you can start living into that future self today? Why wait to be that person? And so that you can ask yourself, what would my future self do? Make this visualization part of your evening ritual. Step into the future and see, feel, hear, and know yourself in that moment of success. How you will feel, who you'll be after you've achieved your goal. Do this just before you go to bed and wake up each morning and ask yourself what that person would do. And then go do it. Your homework has already arrived in your email that helps you capture all of this. And you can replay this, getting richer detail from it each time that you go into that future, building that certainty, turning it into a memory of the fact that you will achieve this or so much better. It has been such a privilege working with you during this challenge. Now, go book a coaching call with me, grab your homework. Let's get together on that call so we can design your strategy to leverage the momentum that you have created here. Commit to that future today.